Well, good morning everyone. I'm Richard from Secret Training and thank you very much all for coming. I hope everyone's having a good day today. Just to start off with the little bit of paperwork I tend to always do, if you haven't seen a doctor to actually get authorization to do exercise, please do, or fill out my PARQ health questionnaire, which is attached underneath this if it's YouTube or my website, or if you're looking at Facebook, it's pinned at the top of my page. Fill it out, message it back to me, email it me, text it to me, whatever, and then we can discuss it and see how you can actually progress and regress certain exercises to make it safer for you. Right, well, morning all, good. Right, got lots of people coming in. I hope everyone's having a good day. It's a lot cooler day. Sorry about Monday. I've still actually got a really stinking headache. The pills are actually helping a little bit, so let's hope I don't actually fall over and do something silly. So, the quick health thing. I thought I'd discuss about like the migraine on Monday. I am susceptible to when the pressure changes. Normally, I feel it in my leg because of my blood. I have bad blood. I have low protein S and factor V Leiden deficiency, which means that my blood thickens for no reason, and I end up with a deep vein thrombosis. I'm on warfarin for life. And I have osteoarthritis in my knee and my toes. I have OCD and depression. It's all, but a lot of my problems, I think, all stems down to one thing: my blood. Everyone is unique, though. This is why I'm just trying to actually state that I have lots of things which kind of fall into the same thing. I found that everyone is different, so I'm different to someone else, and they're different to someone else. So why am I talking about this? Well, I'm talking about this in a training context as well. I train differently to somebody else. You could get someone who is another personal trainer and they will train differently. They have different likes, different dislikes. You train differently depending on what type of muscle fibers you have. If you've got lots of type 2 muscle fibers, you tend to train those. If you have lots of type 1 muscle fibers, you tend to train those. And also, it changes throughout your body. People's hormonal systems are completely different. I know this is a great big controversy, but there are only 2 biological genders. And I'm saying biological as in basically male and female, as in estrogen and testosterone. You always have one higher than the other, but no one has the same amounts. They do go up and down, they do change. Women have time of the month. It does affect your body. It affects how you can do things. It affects your concentration. Some people can be bloated up to an inch extra around some extremities, normally the waist, hips and bum, but it can be wrists as well. Wrists are very common to actually expand, and it's not exactly unpainful. It can be painful. Men have a time of the month which is very strange. It does happen, it's their hormonal cycle, where they get more aggressive, more naughty. You've probably noticed it. Okay, so we definitely want our pipe and slipper at a certain time. That's our way of dealing with it, unfortunately. Okay, it's not as bad as the female one, but it's still there. We get cravings. Everyone gets cravings. So everyone is different. You need to train depending on how you know how your body works. It's my job to try and find the best way of actually training you. So that's why personal training can be brilliant, because we try and delve in and find the best way to train for you. That's why it's personal. I try and bring that into my classes. And that's why I ask people, what do you want to train? If people want to train certain aspects more than others, then please message me and I'll put it in. If I know that someone's got arthritis of the knee, I'll do a lot more knee stabilization muscle exercises to actually try and stabilize that, to actually improve their health. So everyone is different. It's difficult to actually get everyone in the same basket, because if you get everyone in the same basket, there will be fights, there will be disagreements. And I hope that's basically, I hope you understand that the human body is so different for everyone, but we can work together. And I hope we can. So there we go. I hope that meant something and not just gibberish. Anyway, so today we're going to need the step first. So I'll bring that into the picture. Dumbbells, mat and water. There is an exercise over there, I think it's the second one down, bridged heel walkouts. If people want to just do high knees, they can do, but it's basically a bridge where you walk out, you're working your hamstrings. It's up to you. We will be getting down on the floor and getting back up again. If you can't, then stay upright. Okay? Right, so the first section again is on the step. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the warm-up. So I'm going to go step to the side, and I'll turn the music up a little bit actually now. So let's start marching on the spot. So I've taken some paracetamol. One thing I did want to mention actually about the difference about how everything works is science hasn't really discovered how the body works fully. And one thing I find interesting is the chemical composition of how things interact. Like now, I'm going to save you some money. High knees, paracetamol. Yep, you see, caffeine, paracetamol. Yep, it's about twice the price. Do you know why it's twice the price? Because they're getting more money for nothing. If you have a little swig of coffee or tea with paracetamol, it absorbs into your body faster. That's why the caffeine is there. It lets it absorb faster. Now, does it work with other painkillers? I have no idea. Don't try it, okay? Unless you really want to. I'm not advocating that at all. Right, let's go a bit wider. Let's do reach overs. Oh, I was lucky enough the other, well, not lucky enough actually. On Friday, we got through some COVID testing kits at this house, and we were all tested. The testing is not pleasant, but we're all free of it, which is brilliant. I really wanted it so I can actually tell you lot, so you know that I'm not contaminating anyone else. And then hopefully that means that I'll be able to start training people soon. Hopefully. Well, face to face anyway, at least if it's 6 feet away. Right, let's push out. That's it, good. Right, we're going to start with just some bum kicks on the step. So we're going to go up, bum kick, down. Swap feet, bum kick, down. Remember, if you have no step, try and just exaggerate your knee movement by getting a high knee. So it's step, up, step, step up. It feels a bit odd, but it gets the heart going a lot faster. So I'll do it sideways so you can see. So I'm just swapping my feet as I go. Brilliant. Right, we're going to go up, up, down, down. So that's up, up, down, down. 1 foot, down, down. Same foot, down, down. Excellent, good. And change feet. So I just did what we call a ball changing dance. Quite simple to do. I'll just do it again. I'll do it sideways. So you just do is go tap up, same foot. So it's same foot. So same foot down, same foot up. Hard on this, it's hard on that because it's not wide. I forgot which foot I was on now. Right, the main exercise session's going to start in 12 seconds. Hope everyone's nicely warmed up.
Three,
2, 1. Let's start off with a little bit of a side one. We're going to go up, up, down, down with one foot. A bit faster than an ordinary up, up, down, down. You can always go woo when you hit the top and knock off your hat. Distinctly up to you. Seven seconds. Then what we're going to do is going to just flick our feet.
3, 2, 1.
So we're just going to
Change.
flick our feet. It's almost like what boxers do. Just to keep going, just to keep your energy levels up. You're just lifting your foot and just ever so slightly flicking them from side to side. This is what my preferred active rest.
2, 1.
Right, let's start with the other foot. So I'm going to start with the green foot now. I started with the pink foot earlier. So pink, green. The thing about my headaches is if I can start exercising, once I start exercising my headache disappears, which is great, which means for me it's vascular constriction. So as I say,
2,
everyone's different.
1. Change.
Right, we'll go back to flicks again. This is going to be an exercise very similar to this. Fourth one down, fast feet. You can do it like this. I was trying to stick to my mat.
3, 2.
Right, we're going to do,
Exercise 1.3.
sorry, we're going to do up, up, down, downs. We'll only do this for 20 seconds on each foot. Get ready, change. And change. Good. For this next active rest, what we're going to do is straddle on the board. If you don't want to straddle the board,
1.
you don't have to. What you're going to do is the straddle up, cross, up, cross. So you pick your foot up to go over the board. And it's almost like a half a curtsy squat. But I always look down, so I'll make sure I'm not actually going to impact the board.
Exercise 1.
Right, back behind the board. We're going to do flying, so it's one leg on, arms forward, leg back. Like Superman trying to take off. Trying to keep that tummy tight. Try not to hyperextend your back, so you're not bending back. So we'll do the crossovers of boards again, just to see how you're doing. If you don't want to clip your foot and you really don't want to, then don't put the board under your
3,
feet.
2,
So we're going to go cross
change.
and step, cross and step. You can see slightly by me, my foot actually goes behind the board, even though I'm stepping right across it.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.5.
Right. Up, side, side, up, back. Up, side, side, up, back. And so on green. It's up to you how you want to do it. For those people who haven't been in the class before, we got the RPE scale in front of us. We want to keep right in the middle. A couple of sweat marks and that's it. So if you start sweating, that's where you're going. If you can talk like me at the moment, I'm finding it hard to actually get out a sentence.
2,
I'm in perfect fat burning
change.
zone. Right, let's do feet flicking again. And then we're going to start on the other foot. So I'm going to start on my pink foot for the next time for up, side, side, up, back. Ah, catchy
3,
titles.
2, 1. Exercise
Up,
1.6.
side, side, up, back. Sometimes it's handy, especially if you're using just a stool, to have a mirror in front of you as long as it's not in falling reach. Because if you fall, you don't want to smash into it. So you can see where your feet are without having to look down. Because looking down means that your shoulders inwardly rotate. We'd rather prefer you to look forward. That's why a lot of dance studios have mirrors in front, so you don't look at your feet.
3,
You look at your feet in the mirror.
1. Change.
Excellent, good. Right, we'll flick our feet again. And then we'll do knee raises for the last exercise. I thought that was the last exercise, sorry.
3,
2,
2,
1. So knee raises, one knee up and step back. A little bit like the bum kick but reversing it. So, nice straight back, not leaning over. You can crunch in if you want. Gotta be careful you don't chin yourself. But the trouble with crunching in, you're accentuating the inward rotation of your shoulders, so you don't want to do it all the time. I try and keep nice and upright, and when I need to know I'm actually crunching in, I can then
3,
crunch in properly.
2, 1.
Water break. Gosh, I think it's warmer today than it has been at long other times. I also hope that on Monday, I know a few people have used the Facebook and website facilities. Thank you very much for that. Oh, I can actually look at the light without getting really shooting pain, so that's good. So I'm glad you're using it. Please use it whenever you want. If you go away, you want to do a quick exercise, you can do it anywhere. Just follow it. Right, so we're going to move this away. Right, 30 seconds left, so I'm going to show you the first exercise first. We'll do, as per usual, I always start with legs. So squatting first, so feet slightly wider and shoulder width apart, hips going back, arms up. Those with high blood pressure, keep your arms down by your shoulders. So we're going to go down and up, down and up. The reason for that is it stops your arms from being used as momentum, and it's a lot harder because because your centre of gravity is actually higher.
3, 2.
Are you ready? I'll do slightly on the
Exercise
diagonal.
2.1.
Let's go. We've got 2 sets of these. So try and always look forward. Always look forward, never look back. We're only human. Don't know where that came from. 12 seconds left. Well, at least we need some rain out there at the moment. It's nice and cool as well. I actually had a decent night's sleep. That's probably why I feel a little bit better.
Change.
And let's rest. Right, so this is the bridged walkouts. So people who don't want to get down, high knees. Okay, everyone else, down on your mat. You're going to get into a bridge position, so your feet are quite close to your bottom. You're going to push up. You can use your hands, and what we're going to do is we're going to walk our feet out.
Exercise
1,
2.2.
2, and back in again. And let's go. So you're walking out, so it's out, together, back. You'll notice you will start 1 foot. And we're going to swap feet, whichever one goes first. Now, the reason for that is when you step out with 1 foot and you step up to the other one, that one's taking more pressure, the first one.
3,
You're working your hamstrings
2,
a lot more.
1. Change.
Excellent, good. How was that? Wasn't too bad. We're going to stay on the floor. For people who want to stand upright, you can do your your lateral leg lift standing upwards, like we normally do. You can do fore and aft. So so your leg goes out, behind, out,
3,
behind.
2,
The rest of us are going to lie down and we're going to lift our legs up.
Exercise 2.3.
So I'm going to do a quick change in a minute. We're changing legs, so nice and controlled. Try not to twist that foot facing upwards, otherwise your hip and your glutes taking over. We're trying to actually just work the abductors, your leg, and change. Oh, sorry, I missed 3 seconds then, so we'll do a 3 seconds extra. My fault. I was about to change around and I started talking.
3, 2, 1.
Just a
Change.
couple more seconds. And rest. Excellent. So we need to get up now. People who want to get up fast, bring your knees in, roll up to your knees, push up, and stand up. Easiest way of doing it. Right, fast
3,
feet. So what we're going to do is to run on a spot as fast as possible. Very small steps. Very small steps. Like you see in American footballers. It's not like jogging, it's actually lower impact because you've always got 1 foot on the floor. And wide feet. People who don't want to, if you've got very bad pelvic floor, just go small feet, short together, oops, and together. Just get that heart rate up.
3, 2.
Right.
Change.
Whew. Right, we're going to do reverse lunge. It's going to be a reverse lunge with a diagonal overhead lunge. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and press out. Out, press up. So you're pressing
3,
diagonally
2, 1.
and we're swapping every time. Let's
Exercise
go.
2.5.
It will challenge your balance a little bit. One thing I was going to say in the fast feet is to quantify or qualify for low impact, 1 foot or one extremity has to be on the floor at all times. High impact, all extremities, mainly feet, tend to have to have been lifted off the floor, so the actual
3,
Newton
2, 1.
weight of impact is actually a lot more. And that's that. Excellent, good. We'll do climb the rigging. So it's basically like trying to climb a ladder or go like Bart's sails. So we're just going to high knees
3,
and use your arms at the same time.
1.
Let's go.
Exercise 2.6.
Nice and easy. To make it low impact, remember, keep 1 foot on the floor. You will know. So yes, a lot of people don't know that low impact just means 1 foot on the floor at least. So just keep that in mind. Three, two, one.
Change.
Right, last exercise we'll do. Get some dumbbells again. Do raised bicep curls. So you need to raise your arms, hands facing forward, arms out. What we're going to do is do the bicep curl in and out, in and out.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 2.0.
So what we're doing is we're keeping them nice and high. We're keeping your arms elevated because the bicep goes straight through and attaches to your scapula. Having them raised will actually tighten it more when it's fully constricted, and then allow it to extend fully when you go out. Also, it works your shoulders a little bit as well. You probably can feel it. 10 seconds.
Three,
No,
2,
no, I'm just messing.
1. Water break.
Excellent, good. Water break time. Right. Roll those shoulders. Get that discomfort out. Gosh, we're still at 65%. I guess my girls are watching. Unfortunately, they've got to watch YouTube all day for school. Good classwork. Have to watch YouTube. Yes, right. Don't agree with that, really. No, I suppose it's probably just like watching Wordy when we were young, or the young BBC adventures. Oops. Right, so we're going to do this one last time, then we'll do the core. Going quite well. Though, very warm. I should have opened the front door. Humidity factor is quite high. How are you all feeling? Are you feeling good? I hope my brain babble hasn't actually babbled your brain. I'm still finding it hard to actually coherently get words out, but other than that, I'm feeling great now. Right, so we're going to do the Y squat in 12 seconds. Again, I'll do it on the diagonal. Arms up. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Exercise 3.1.
So you notice that I probably don't stay fully upright. I just slightly bend over. That's because I'm trying to keep my centre of gravity nicely even. I've seen people do it that way, but I find that actually painful on my back because it puts a lot of pressure on, because your centre of gravity is slightly going backwards over your bottom, so your knees have to go forward, which I don't agree with, especially with having bad knees. 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Brilliant. Right, we're going to do the bridge heel walkout again. So we're back on the mat. Remember people, high knees if you want to stand upright. How are you finding these? So get into the bridge position.
3, 2, 1.
You want to make it harder?
Exercise
Hands across your
3.2.
chest. So step out with one foot. You can do a third one, which is a lot harder and it works your hamstrings a lot more. Just be careful of your back though. Keep your tummy tight at all times, especially if you do the third one. And change legs for which one you're going forward. So I'm going to the green now. I lost which one I was doing then.
Three, 2, 1. Change.
Ah, there we go, good. So we're going to do the lion leg raise. We're going to start on the second side that we did last time, because we'll do an extra few seconds on that side because I was gabbing, so it was my fault. So how did you find those? Oh, we've got a message.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 3.3.
All right, well, I'll tell you about the fifth one again, Jan. And let's lift our legs. And changing in 3, 2, 1, and change sides. I like to spin round, it makes me feel, I don't know, athletic maybe. But at least I'm facing you and you're not looking at my best side. 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Brilliant, right, we're going to do fast feet. And then, Jan, I'll tell you about your hands on the next one after this. I can quickly tell you about it now actually. When you go out into the river, into the lunge, as you go into the lunge, you go diagonally forward.
3, 2.
Okay, so you're trying to make a diagonal line.
Exercise 3.
Right, so fast feet. Wide. And narrow. And wide. And narrow. That's it, keep it going, 20 seconds left. It's like a herd of mice. And wide. Keep it going. And narrow. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Oh, that really always gets my calves out because you're almost always on the ball of your feet. So again, you're going to lunge back and push out diagonally. Almost trying to create a diagonal line from your foot to your hands.
3,
So you
2, 1.
So you should look like
Exercise 3.5.
should look like a percentage sign. So you got one dot as the front foot. How straight am I? Not too bad, not too bad. Doesn't matter if your leg isn't straight at the back, just as long as you think you're straight. Because it's harder, especially to do an overhead press, when it's slightly diagonal. You will feel it a lot more.
3, 2, 1. Change.
Brilliant. Because it's the gravity. It's harder to push it out that way than that way. Right, climb the rigging time. Whew.
3.
Oh, very
2,
hot.
1.
Right, let's go, climb the rigging.
3.6.
Arr, mateys. Piece of eight, piece of eight. These pieces of eight actually a full kick. Sorry, in catering we had to cut them in 16s. 15 seconds left. 10. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change.
And change. Right, raised bicep curls. So remember, palms out. So what we're going to do is pronate is to palms down, supinate is palms up. So we're going to supinate the palms, push it up into a raise,
3,
and
2,
then do a bicep curl from there. And trying to keep your arms as elevated as your elbows as high as your shoulders, all the way through it. I know the bicep curl from here onwards, so from halfway to your shoulders, it's very easy. But it's the going back out again, which is the harder part. And as I've said in the past, eccentric, as in basically the weight's going down, in this motion, will build muscle faster than concentric, which is basically
3,
going
2,
upwards.
1. Water break.
Excellent. So I'll just quickly explain that actually whilst we're having a water break. So weight's going up, concentric. Weight's going down, eccentric. So if you, in the last exercise we actually elevated it upwards, just think about which way is up and down still. So that's still up, that's still down. It's all the same. Basically weight's going down is the harder one. So eccentric. Right, so people who don't want to get down on the floor for the 3 ab core exercises, we've got ab crunches. So you could sit on your chair, hands behind your ear and just rotate it down, or you could do it stood up. But the next one, leg lifts, we can do is grab hold underneath your chair and lift one leg at a time. If you're very good, you can lift both, but try not to throw forward, otherwise you'll hurt your back. And then after that, it's bicycle crunch, so it's just elbow to knee. So everyone else will get down on the floor now. We're going to do 20, 12, 20. So abdominal crunches in that position, nice 90 degree in your knees, hands behind your ears, pull up until you're about 30 degrees off the ground, just your shoulders, try not to dig your head into your chest, and back down again. And I'll tell you about the other ones as we get there. Okay? In 5, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, burning it, 18, 19, and 20. So on the floor, what we're going to do is put our hands by our side, legs down, try and keep your legs off your heels off the floor. What we're going to do is we're going to lift our legs up and down again. So we're going to do 12. You're going to really get that lower abdominal. So try and keep your abs tight, and you can use your hands on the floor to push. If you want it harder, you can always put your hands above your head. So you've got to really use those abdominal muscles. So let's go for 12 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slow and steady wins the race, 7, 8, cuts out all momentum, 9, 10, hard isn't it, 11, 12, excellent, good. Hope you did that alright. So as I said, slow and steady wins the race. In all exercises, slower is better, you cut out momentum. Unless you're doing strength training, but that's a completely different kettle of fish and out of the remit of this exercise session. On the chair, basically you should have done 6 on one leg, 6 on the other. So right, we're going to do bicycle crunches now, we're going to do 20. That was nice, I could have done 30. So you ready? So opposite elbow to opposite knee, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Brilliant. Just let your abdominals stretch whilst you're lying down, and then we'll get back to it. So breathe in, breathe out. Okay, legs up. Shall we do it again? You're all saying, yeah, you sat there with a cup of tea, aren't you? Let's go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Brilliant. Right, sorry, I was trying sign language at the same time, see if I can remember it whilst doing under stress. Leg lifts. Are you ready? If you have problems with this, just do one leg. Okay, but try and keep them off the ground if possible. And you ready? And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do you get that wonderful stretch as your feet go down? When you get down to the bottom, you can feel your abdominals really stretching. I do. I love that feeling. Right, you ready? 20 bicycle crunches and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Brilliant. Oh, just let it all stretch out. You can just arc your back a little bit if you want. Just really stretch those muscles. Don't try and do it too much. I wouldn't recommend it do it too long. You can put stress on your back. I'm going to get up and do the stretches, just in case people who want to do the standing version. Also testing how fast blood rushes to my head and whether it still gives me a headache. So, cool down. Let's just walk on the spot for a minute. Got 30 seconds. Let's get the blood back to our heart. How is everyone? How did you find that last bit? Good, I hope. Hope it worked you. Now, if you ever do these exercises faster than I do, have a little bit of a longer rest in the abdominals. Right, we're going to go into the one stretch, 2, 1. So we're going to bend over at the hips, bottom back, down towards touching the floor. Go down as far as you can. You don't have to go down to the floor if you can't. Do it to the uncomfortableness, not to pain. And over to one leg, I'm going up to the pink, I'm going to lift the toe off the ground, I'm going to put my hand underneath as well, just to give it a little bit of extra pull, so I can feel it right up, all the way up my leg, from my calf all the way up to my bottom. You might not be able to see this foot actually, sorry. 3, 2, 1, swap legs, and lift that foot up. I'm going to put my hand underneath again. If you can't get your hand underneath, you can always use a tea towel to grab hold and pull up a little bit, but you don't have to pull up as long as you raise it and you can feel the stretch behind your shin, your calf. The trouble with this one, my watch is on that hand, so I can't remember what time it was. But I'll look at the clock over there instead and go 3, 2, 1, and down. So we're going to put our arms up to halfway. I'll come forward. What we're going to do is we're going to grab that steering wheel, twist it, so one hip kicks out, so my pink hip is kicking out, and I turn to the green, so you should feel it nicely stretch over there, and on my green leg inside. Three, 2, 1, and change again. If you want an extra stretch, you can always reach out with your top arm to really stretch the lats there. If you really stretch out, you can actually feel it slightly in your biceps and definitely your triceps as well. 3, 2, 1, back to the centre. Then we're going to round up our spine as we go up. Let's roll those shoulders. Try to get all the tension from them. And reverse it. Excellent, good. What we're just going to do is lean to one side. Stretching that obliques on that side. If you want to add the lats in as well, you can put your arm up. And to the other side. Try not to lean forward or lean excessively back. Oh, you can see I started leaning backwards and I started falling backwards. It's all about centre of gravity. Keeping it directly in the middle of your feet. And back up. Stretch up those arms. I grab hold of my hands that way, like I'm diving in. Press up. Really try and reach that ceiling. Really stretch those shoulders and your back. Three, two, one, and release. And thank you very much, everyone. Right, we do have a minute left on the cool down, so if anyone's got any questions, please fire them into the chat box. If this is recorded, I'm sorry, but these are your answers. Yes, maybe, I wouldn't, and go ahead. Okay? Right, so I hope everyone had a good time. I'm feeling great still. I'm hoping that this actually lasts for a long time, so again, it helps me as well. I hope to see you all on Friday for Freak Out Fridays. Eleanor should be back. Well, I don't know why I'm pointing to the chair, but she should be back on Friday for a PE session. So anyone who wants to bring the children along, please make sure that they're actually supervised. And let's have some fun. Right, so I'm going to close this live stream down. So I'll see you all later.